Hello, hola, salam, konnichiwa, shalom, good day mate, bonjour, guten tag, etc, etc. So, back out with the Black Hunter Recurve. Change of string again. This one was made for me by Joey. You can find him on Facebook. I don't go on Facebook anymore, but if you look for Joey, he makes brilliant Flemish twist strings. It's a beautiful one. It's 12 strands as opposed to the 16 on the Hexen. Brand new Beaver puff balls on it. I've taken a few, and a new knock point. I've taken a few shots with it just to fluff them up. The purpose of today is not quite as twangy. Much less guitar-y sounding. I've got the brace height currently at 8 inch, but I've left it strung up for a couple of hours. I think 8's better than 7.5 with this bow. Feels better to me anyway. Drawing smooth as silk. And I thought I would try and figure out which arrows I felt flew best out of it. So I've got a right selection here. I've got GoldTip 500 Traditionals. I'll put all the details in that wee YouTubey bit. I've got 400 spine Expedition Hunters, 500 spine Camo Hunters, 700 spine Bearpaw Penthalon Hunter Extremes, and just to go from the sublime to the ridiculous, I've got SF Optimo knitting needles. They're different lengths, they're different weights, just to get a feel for which come out the bow best. This one, the tape, the start of the tape, facing me end of the tape is exactly 28 inch draw. So I'll shoot that one first so that we can see that my draw is about 28. It would normally be more than that, but I'm still not quite feeling loose enough. So it's not exactly scientific because different fletchings, different point weights, different shaft spines, lengths. But I've ensured, before I came out, I made sure that every knock was a good fit, not too tight, not too loose. Well, you know, so there's no messing about with the likes of that. So that's in there, and oh, pop. It ain't hanging on, being really tight, and it ain't dead loose, because a few of the knocks, I'm a bit lazy, I think maybe. Quite often I'll have whacked a knock and I don't replace it right away, which is really naughty because I've got millions of knocks, but anyway, just being honest. So, it's been a beautiful sunny day here in southwest Scotland until I got here and it started raining. But it's dried off again, so let's see how we go. I'll try the camera at different places just to try and pick up the noise. It's not about how good I shoot, it's about how much better I can get this bow working for me. Back in a minute. Right, so I'm shooting, first arrow is the one with the marked 28 inch, that's 28 there, and I'm shooting at about 20 yards. Put the camera there so you hopefully pick up the noise, or lack of noise, whichever. No index fletches, just shooting my normal way, and it's not about how well I'm shooting, it's about how well the arrows seem to be coming out the bow. And away we go. I've got 3 of each. So that was the GoldTip Traditionals. That was the GoldTip Traditionals. Nice and quiet. No dramas. Try go from the sublime to the ridiculous. Same distance, same draw length. Oh, oh. I've never felt that for a Black Hunter before. Oh. Right, now I'll not be shooting them again, no out of this bow. They're too light for it. It feels, it's close to dry firing it. The whole bow, the whole riser was vibrating in my hand after it's shot. I've never felt a Black Hunter riser move in my hand before, so they're definitely too light. So that's it, which is a shame because they're incredibly fast. Like mega fast. Bearpaw Penthalon Hunter Extremes. Midges. Nice and consistent. That's a nice wee group of three. Quite impressed, very impressed. GoldTip Camo Hunter 500 spines. Now I always think these are lighter than the Expedition Hunters, but when I weigh them they're the same, but they feel lighter. They feel lighter. That's important, isn't it? Sorry, dirty knock. Don't know how I got that. It's a bit dirty. Oh, it's the one that fell out my quiver. Right. Stop it raining. It was glorious when I came out. Oh, that's nice. Very nice. Oh aye, three right in the middle. Now, okay, I'm taking more shots, so I'll get more comfortable. Expedition Hunter 400 spines. Right on the line. Oh. That was my fault. Right, let's get some early feedback. There were a few wild shots there, a couple come off my glove funny. That one totally came off my glove funny. That's one of the lightweight ones that I was scared to shoot. And I started off quite loose, and obviously I was pulling them in as I went on. So same again from 20 yards, and I'll start with my marked 28 inch, but we've already eliminated the SF Optimo 700 spine wee thin knitting needles. They're just too light, super fast, and 2 out of the 3 were super accurate and straight, mega fast, but the vibration in the riser was unbearable. So that's the end of them for this bow. Not good shooting from me, but starting to pull them into the middle again. I'm not shooting well, but that's beside the point. Penetration wise, they're all pretty much going in the same amount. I wouldn't expect a massive difference that way. There ain't a massive amount of difference in the mass of them. Whoops. Right, so I'll put the camera on my head so we can hear them better, hear the bow better, and then I can comment. Right, well the rain's about stopped, so that's a blessing. I'm back at 20 yards. I'm shooting my marked 28, there's 28 inch. So we'll start with the 3 GoldTip Traditional Hunter 500 spines, and they're full length 32 inch, I know that off the top of my head. They're uncut. I'll put all the details in that wee doodad bit, but let's just see how they fly, and I'll try and give my feedback as I shoot them. Again, it's not about how well or badly I'm shooting, because I'm not really shooting very well today. It's more about how the arrows are flying out the bow, just for a wee bit of non-scientific science. That sounded quite loud, but it flew to just a couple of inches left of where I wanted it to go, and that one's exactly where I wanted it to go, and it was a lot quieter, so I suspect I maybe damaged the knock on the first one, or the fletching's damaged. We'll have a look in a second. Lovely. So even though I hesitated with that third one, it's not about my accuracy, because I'm not shooting well today. I'd put that down to almost a fluke. So they flew really well. They seemed to tail off a wee bit at the end, but considering I'm going for that brown line and kind of like vaguely the middle of the brown line, that's alright. They're in pretty much the same distance. This one was noisier for some reason, which no idea why, but that arrow was definitely noisier than the other two. Maybe sloppy release on my part, but they flew nice and straight. They didn't feel particularly fast, and they just felt smooth. Let's just put it that way, smooth. Now we'll try the Expedition Hunter 400s. Good old gold tips. I do like my gold tips. Oh, I'm cheating. I do like my gold tip shafts. I know they're expensive, but they're so robust. For the abuse I gave them, they're great. Right, same 20 meters, 20 yards, whatever you want to call it. Oh, forgot I'm trying to shoot matching arrows, because I don't normally. So that's a wee bit right of centre and a bit higher than the GoldTip Traditionals. I've over adjusted down and left, but it went where I wanted it, just I've done it too much. So this should go in the middle. Well, not quite. They were louder. They were louder. Now I might actually just do that one again, just to make sure it wasn't just me being sloppy. Right, so same again. The Expedition Hunter 500 spines. Sorry, Expedition Hunter 400 spines. It's my second end with them. Right in the middle. I thought that was a bit sloppy, that last end. You know, too sloppy to use for this. Now that was noisy. Not so accurate, but that was down to me, not the bow or the arrows. They're flying nice and straight. First one was just exactly where I wanted it. Second one was miles out. Third one no bad. Same amount of kind of penetration. Nothing special. Alright. Nothing special. Right, we'll try the Hunter 500 camos. GoldTip Hunter 500 camo shafts. Excuse me. I knew that was going left before I shot it. Don't ask me how, but I just knew. And right in the middle. Oops, sorry bow. Right, and this one's got a dodgy fletching, so I've hit it off something already. Lovely. So 2 or 3 really nice with that, even one with a fletching half off it. The first one I knew before I shot it was going to go left. Now they were quiet and a wee bit faster feeling, because they'll be a lighter weight of course. Details in the wee box. But they were definitely faster and definitely quieter. I mean, I'm not even bothering with wooden arrows or any aluminium jazzies or anything like that, you know. I'm not being too flippant. Right, so we're now on the Bearpaw Penthalon Hunter Extremes, 6.6 grains per inch. Don't know why I'm reading that out for that one. And these are 700 spines. They've got wee top hat protectors in the front, so they've got a great front of centre. And what I love about these is they're really, really solid arrows. They take dog's abuse. Slightly left to centre. Slightly high and right. Well, more than slightly high. And pretty much in the middle. Now these are the mystery arrows, right? Because for some reason they come out a lot faster at this bow. 700 spine, but spine isn't everything, you know. Too many people just think that spine is all that matters. Different manufacturers have different spine measurements. They're not all the same. I'm going to shoot these again. But we'll talk about it all in a minute. Right, and away we go. Right in the middle, slightly higher than I would have liked. By slightly I mean about 4 inches. Dropped it down what I would call 3 inches. But I've gone a wee bit right. And right in with the first one. So, to conclude, look, and they always look like they're sitting that way, but it's because of the way that I'm shooting. I'm actually shooting, but that was fine. So I would say we're good at doing to these bear paws for being the best out of this bow at 40 pounds, or that the camos were quite quick. Right, so that's me roughly at my anchor point, and that's just on 28, but I'm not fully open because my body's still getting used to it again, and a snap shoot off and anyway. So here we go. That was a sloppy release on my part, but it felt noticeably slower. It felt like I could see it dipping down at the end. Yeah. Arrow's a wee bit all over the place. Back to the bear paws. The only annoying thing about a side quiver is when you're wearing a shirt, which I never would have a shirt on normally shooting. Right, Bearpaw Penthalon Hunter Extreme, 6.6 grains per inch, 700 spine, with top hat protectors and 100 grain tips, 4 fletched, 20 yards. Miles faster, hitting the target a lot harder. That was me adjusting too high, but like I said, we're not bothered about my accuracy. Lovely. Expedition hunters again. Nope, no cheating, Stew. Sloppy release, and that looked like it, I could see it weaving in the air, but that moved into my sloppy release. Yeah, right in the middle, but noisier. Yeah, very accurate. Right, in the interest of science, please bow, don't break. SF Optimo 700 knitting needles. Boy, oi, 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 oi. Never have I known hand shock like that for any bow, and it's not the bow's fault. But they're so quick, it's ridiculous. And they're accurate, but I can't shoot them. It's the vibration would would loosen your fillings. Right, and finally the Hunter 500s. Where's the bump? 8.2 grains per inch, 500 spine, and these are 31 inch I think, but I'll put the details in the doodah. Nice flat trajectory, quite fast. Oh, tut tut. Knock isn't quite fitting, so this might be noisier. Bad shot. And yeah, noisier. Right, so I've had a couple of ends with all the different arrows with the Black Hunter Recurve. At 20 yards, I had a go at 30 yards, but I'm not shooting well, I'm tired, so I'm not doing it again because I forgot to put the camera on. So, very non-scientific feel that. First of all, that string, much quieter. I probably lost a bit of brace height, but now I meant to bring a T-square with me. Aye, I've lost a bit of brace height, so it's stretched a wee bit, which I'm not surprised at. But it's definitely taking a bit of that vibration out, so well pleased with that. Well done, Joanna, and the Flemish twist working a treat. My new puffball things are bound to be helping with the damping as well. So let's start with the ridiculous. Lovely arrows out my Turkish bows, £30 bows, but no out of £40 recurve. SF Optimo 700s, far too light, super fast, flying super straight and accurate, but the vibration in my bow hand was I'd forgotten what vibration was like from a bow. Seriously, it's not something that I'm used to, hand shock, and that was vibrating for ages after they'd left. That was equivalent to dry firing, so lovely arrows, but not for this bow. The GoldTip Traditionals, I've got some more of these that I've not fletched or done anything with yet, just the shafts, and I think take an inch off them, they would be really nice. There's a lovely feel of them coming out the bow. They feel, I know they look like wood, it's just veneer, but there's a feeling to them. They feel more like wooden arrows, they don't feel like carbon. So nice, quiet as well, but noticeable drop off, especially at 30 yards they were dropping quite a bit, but an inch shorter they might be quite good. all round, I was well chuffed with the Expedition Hunter 400 spines. Again, the details in the doody bit down there. Nice trajectory, reasonably quiet. One of them's really noisy, and I'll get to the bottom of why. It's probably a duff bit knock, but there we go. So them, I would quite happily shoot them. Now we come to the two sets of mystery arrows, right? The GoldTip Camo Hunter 500s. This blows my mind. When I weigh them, they're the same weight. I mean, what's the grains per inch on them? These are 400 8.2s, these are 500 8.2s. An inch difference in length, maybe an inch, I'll say in the details, but these always feel lighter coming out the bow. Even though they're shorter, you'd think they'd be stiffer. But they flew really nicely. I would say they were the quickest, possibly the quickest feeling, and it's all feeling, I've not got a cranny or anything. But generally I tend to find these ones for some reason too light, even on the 35-pound flat bow, but they were performing really well, so I'm well impressed with them, and they're not expensive. The Camo Hunter 500s, you can get them for peanuts. I think Archery World I got the last lot. And no surprises, the Penthalon Hunter Extremes from Bearpaw, 6.6 grains per inch, 700 spine, the normal 7 point whatever it is shaft, I can never remember, 7.62 or something, I can never remember. 4 fletched, can't remember the length of them, but it'll be in the details. Top hat protectors on the front, 100 grain screw in field points. Like I said, 4 fletched. These were originally made for me by Robin Hood Archery in Germany, but I've reflexed them as I've damaged them and replaced the nocks because they were transparent and I couldn't see them. These are great arrows. They flew superbly out of that Black Hunter. Very fast, very quiet. I think one of them was noisy. Fast, quiet, accurate, and they're nigh on indestructible. I cannot say it strongly enough. These arrows take incredible abuse. I have to find some harder things to shoot them against. I'll put the wee squirrel blunts on them. But they're great. So, for me, for the way I shoot, and I've not been shooting well today, I mean, and I was trying not to let, if I got 3 nice accurate ones, I was trying not to let that influence me because I know I can shoot accurately with all these arrows at this bow. So if I was only going to use one arrow weight, it would be the Penthalon Hunter Extreme 700 spine. Goes perfectly with the 400. And we'll just shoot one just to finish off. Oh aye, lovely, lovely. So there you go, a very unscientific guide to fine tuning your Black Hunter, or my Black Hunter Recurve, and deciding which arrows are working best at it if I want the maximum at the bow. And there's the rain back on, so cheers, sayonara, au revoir, see you later alligator. Coffee.